Hey Jared, in this video, I'm going to show you 3 things that you can do today to help bring in more customers to your business. My name is Seleni McGregor and I work with small business owners across the state of Utah. I'm actually based out of Utah County myself. Just doing some research on businesses in your area, and adaptive plumbing stood out to me. So I just decided to put together a quick custom video for you just about your online presence, specifically how you stack up against your competitors. There is no sales pitch in here, just pure value. So at this point, you're probably sitting there asking yourself, why would I be doing this and what is in this for me? Oftentimes, most local business owners are just too busy running their business to learn how the internet can benefit them and their company. And sometimes the only hesitation they have to hiring someone is that they just don't know who's an expert and who isn't. So I found that by giving people an easy free attack plan of things that they can actually do to impact their business for free, it's resulted in some of those local business owners still raising their hands and saying, I like you, Seleni, please do this for me. So if by the end of this video you've liked what you've heard and that you can see that I've got a lot of tricks up my sleeve that can help your business, shoot me a message back and we can chat. Or even if at the end of this video you simply want to just take this free attack plan that I gave you and do it yourself, that totally works for me too. Now, let me show you those 3 things that will set your company above your competition. And I don't want to waste any more of your time or mine, so I'll be as brief as possible. The 3 things that I want to cover today is first, content, second, citations, and third, backlinks. So first up is content. So over here, looking at your website, content is basically everything here that you can see on your front page that is highlighted. This can include the text, your pictures, what your pictures are saved as, and what's behind the pictures. That can all be considered content. So looking here at some of your pictures, looks like you can see here they're not being saved for any specific keyword or descriptive image phrase here. Some of them in the top, I believe, are, but we just want to make sure that all of them are optimized for that. Really important place that you can help add some content in here. Again, these are all things that the Google bot can read and basically get an idea of what is this business? What services do they offer? What areas are they targeting? And all those things are going to position you in the search ranking. So the goal is having unique and authoritative content. And you want to have enough of it to be able to add in the right keywords and key phrases that people are searching for in Google in order for them to find the services that you offer. Most business owners most business owners know that they need content, but they don't know that the average length of the top ranking company on Google for plumbers is about 1,500 to 2,400 words. So for you to show up at the top of Google, you need to have at least 1,500 words on your homepage, again, with the right keywords and key phrases. Right now, looking at your site, when I plugged it in, it's only got about 841 words. If we flip over here to one of your top competitors, as we scroll down through, you can see they've got a ton of content on here. When I calculated that, they're sitting more around 2,700 words. Again, this is very beatable. Now we're going to jump over here to one of my tools. This tool is called Ahrefs. It's really cool. Typically it costs about $200 to $300 per month, but it essentially gives me behind the scene details that Google is looking at when it comes to ranking a site. And it gives me a pretty good idea of what's working well for you and your competition. So I ran a quick scan of your competition over here. Somebody else that's ranking in your area. Initially, we're able to see how many keywords their website is ranking in for and roughly the traffic that is driving. So we're actually going to click into here and we're going to dive deeper to take a look at the exact keywords that your competition is ranking for and what your customers are actually searching for every month. So you can see here that your competition is ranking for like second positions, 2.5, 3 for plumbers, Salt Lake City, with a volume of 1,700 searches per month. Similarly, position 3 for plumber, Salt Lake City, 2,200 search volume per month. 2.5 again, Salt Lake plumbers at 410 searches. 2 at Salt Lake plumber with 500 searches. 3 Salt Lake City plumber with 800 searches. So hopefully you kind of get the idea here. If we jump back to your website, we can see the same overview. We can see roughly how many keywords your website has and what kind of traffic that is bringing in. Let's dive into your keywords here. We can see here, I'm not seeing that you're optimizing yourself and capitalizing on a lot of the Salt Lake City keywords here. Looks like really the only one that I was seeing here was leak detection Salt Lake City with a volume of 60 searches, but you're in the 95th position here. So no one's gonna find you there because you're on, you know, the 9th, 10th page of Google. And really like your highest position keywords here, it looks like 16 with adaptable plumbing. Again, the hardest thing with this type of a keyword is unless a customer actually knows of you and your company name, they're typically not searching for that here in Google. You can see here the volume is a lot lower. Instead, they're searching more for those keywords that are a lot more general. They just want a plumber in Salt Lake City. They don't know a lot of these specific, I think you've got quite a few like specific terminology or things like that. They're not searching for those. So really knowing what the customers are actually searching for is critical to be able to know what type of content to be able to put on your website and position you and optimize you for those terms. Again, it's close, but it's not ideal, not what your ideal customer is typing in. So the first thing that you need to do to beat your competition online, get your site to that minimum of 1,500 keyword-rich content on your homepage, because that's really what's driving your competitor's business, and it's 100% beatable if you get this done. Second, citations. We're going to jump over here to Google using one of those high-ranking keywords here. When you type that search into Google, you can see here that first of all, we land on this ads section. So here's the thing about ads. Ads can work, but they can also be a money pit if your foundation, like your website, isn't dialed in. So be careful to not burn your money with Google ads until you know for sure that your site will convert. So we're going to actually jump down below the ad section to this area. This area has a lot to do with the second important thing that we are going to talk about, which is citations. So you're probably asking yourself, well, what is a citation and why do they matter? That's a great question. So you see this Google Maps section? This is called the Google Map Pack. I'm sure you've seen it. You've probably used it at some point. And you've possibly even thought to yourself, how in the world can I get my business up here? Well, as you can see with these results, we can see the business's name, address, and phone number, also known as NAP. This is how Google verifies and gives relevance to your local business. So let me explain the number one thing that you can do today to push your business up on the Map Pack. So right now you're not ranking here in the top 4 sections or top 4 spots. So just to give a visual representation, you want to have your business name, address, and phone number listed in as many directories as possible so that people can find your business. Directories like Yelp, Hot Frog, City Star, and there's a couple hundred other directories. When you get more citations than your competitor, especially citations from authoritative and industry-specific websites, your credibility boosts and you gain trust from Google, therefore pushing you above your competition here in that Map Pack. So you might be asking yourself, okay, great. How do I do that? Well, it's really simple. We use sites like WhiteSpark or Bright Local that'll tell us exactly what directories your company is listed on, and then we can literally go down their list and match what directories they are on. But we don't stop there because we don't want to just match them. We want to dominate them online. So if your competitor has 100 citations, we're going to go get 150 or 200 citations so that it takes them a long time to catch back up. That pretty much sums up citations for you. Now, let's talk about the third thing that I want to go over with you today, backlinks. This is often called link juice, and this is the third pillar that will really help you dominate on Google. So we're gonna go ahead and see, so when we searched here with this keyword, plumber, Salt Lake City, and we scroll down past the Map Pack, you can see your site isn't listed here as number 1. Now, this is really where you wanna be, and in order to get here, you need to beat out your competition in every aspect. Really what you need is authority. So how do you get authority? Well, that all comes down to backlinks. Simply put, a backlink is when one website links to another website online. So think of it like this. Site A links to site B, and then A is giving B some of its link juice or authority, kind of like a vote of confidence in Google's eyes. And the more relevant the site, the more valuable the link. So the easiest way to think about link juice is simply thinking about it like a popularity contest back in high school. You want the coolest, most popular kid or sites in this situation to be pointing back and recommending you. So we want the most high quality sites linking back to us to show that we are popular in Google's eyes. And more to it than that, not all backlinks are created equal. Quality over quantity here. And the backlinks you obtain work a lot more effectively when you have relevant sites linking back to you. For example, if you've got a local blog or industry specific site like a construction company or drywall company linking back to you, that's way more effective than if you had an ice cream shop or Pizza Hut linking back to you, because you guys don't make pizzas for a living. So now we're going to jump over here back to our tool, and we can see here that you've got, let me click on that again, you've got 32 backlinks leaning back to your site. So not bad, but not dominant. If we jump over here back to your competitor here, we can see they've got 129 backlinks. And they've got some from some strong relevant sources here. Once again, how do we get these? Well, here in Ahrefs, we can actually see what those sites are linking to them, and we can go get those exact same links to your business. Again, this is very beatable with time, focusing on those quality links. Getting you to the top is not magic by any means. It is just a method. And I've shown you the exact method today. So again, the 3 things that you can do today to grow your online presence is focus on your content, getting that front page to the 1,500 words with the right keywords and phrases that people are actually searching for, and capitalizing on that volume. Second, citations. You want to have around 200 to 300 to beat out your competition by a landslide. And then lastly, backlinks or link juice. You need to have more relevant sites pointing back to you guys to show Google that you are the authority. If you implement these strategies today, you could be #1 across Google. So I'm sure you're wondering, okay, well, what now? Well, you can go ahead and take this information I've provided to you and do this on your own, and I'm totally cool with that. Or if you found this information valuable and you're one of those business owners to still raise their hands for the most effective route to save yourself time and hassle, simply respond to my email. I'd love to chat and dive deeper into your specific situation, see what I could do to really help your business thrive. Once again, my name is Seleni, and I look forward to hearing from you and hope you have a wonderful day.